Good morning, everybody. I'm Jim Craig, at Sewell Clothing Company, and this morning we're going to demonstrate to you how to do a proper set of measurements that you submit to Sewell, so that we can take these measurements and produce a coat that's going to fit your customer properly. So you will notice that I have the AFI's, or the Armed Forces Special Measurement Form for women, and it's all inclusive. If you will just follow the outline and take just the measurements that I demonstrate to you this morning, you should be able to get a coat that's going to fit properly. And the first thing you want to do is get the customer's height and weight. Very important, because we'll take that height and weight and balance it against the measurements that you give us, and our designer and myself will be able to look at those measurements and see if there's anything just stands out that we know that's going to be wrong with the measurements, and we'll come back to you and ask for clarification if that be the case. The first set of measurements that we want you to do is across the shoulders. And for a female, put the tape across the fullest part of their arm and above the breast line, and pull the tape snug, not tight, but then you want to be able to insert your hand underneath the tape and record that measurement. Then the bust line, and if you're a man doing the measurements, you want to get behind the customer and let her put the tape, go ahead, just take the tape, man. Put the tape over the fullest part of their bust line, again, holding the tape perfectly level, not snug, just tight enough to keep it from falling down, and you want to be able to put your hand underneath the tape. And then the next measurement that we need is the waist. And just the natural waistline, you would do this obviously without the coat being on. Natural waistline, again, snug, not tight, and be able to put your hand between the tape measure and the customer's body. And then the back measurement. Take your tape and start where the under collar actually joins the coat, and then down to the bottom of the customer's buttocks. That's where the coat should hit, right at the bottom of the buttock. And then record that measurement. And on the women, we also want you to measure their hips, because that's important when we take the base pattern to make the adjustments to fit your customer. The customer may need a junior if she has smaller hips. If she's a normal hip for her body proportion, then she would be the regular. And if she has larger hips, then she would be the woman's pattern. And the hip measurement for a size 12, the hip measurements would be 40 inches on the regular pattern, 38 inches on the junior, and 42 inches on the woman's. So again, if she has the smaller hips, then we'll work from the junior pattern, and the finished product is going to be a coat that doesn't have too much material back here, or the reverse, too tight across her hips. And as you can see, this customer, it fits her nicely in the hips, it's not too tight, and she doesn't have too much material back there. We want to give you a coat that's going to fit without having to do additional alterations once you get the coat. And then the last measurement that we need is the inseam. That's from the armpit down to about an inch above that first knuckle on the phone, about an inch above. So you would take the tape and put it up in the armpit. Don't jab it up in there, just naturally, and then down to about an inch above that first knuckle. And that would be the inseam measurement that we need. And that's it. If you do those over the shoulder, bust line, the waistline, the back, the inseam. If you give those to us accurately, we can just about guarantee you a perfect fitting coat every time. Okay.